Don't Worry Darling ending explained. Hey guys, today we're going to explain the ending of Don't Worry Darling. Let's get right into it. Don't Worry Darling, a film whose surrounding controversies have managed to overshadow the film itself, has finally arrived. Beyond the din of the tabloid machine, the film is a mystery. Less a whodunit than a what the hell is going on as we watch the life of 1950s housewife Alice unravel as she discovers the disturbing truth about her idyllic desert enclave. What is going on in her neighborhood? What exactly is the Victory Project? And what exactly is Chris Pine's deal? For that, we'll need to go over the film's ending in detail, so consider yourself forewarned. We meet Alice in the midst of a debaucherously wild weekday mixer. She and her husband Jack are hosting friends in their stunning mid-century home. Bunny, Alice's best friend, and her husband Bill, as well as some of their other friends, are present. The Victory Project is a mysterious enterprise that employs all of the men in the seemingly utopian hamlet of Victory, California. Is it a government position? Private? Nobody is aware. However, the liquor cabinet is always full, and the neighborhood is ideal. This is the first time we meet Alice. She isn't completely disheartened, at least not yet. She has a good relationship with her handsome husband, she enjoys her friends, and she is well cared for. She cleans the house during the day, socializes with the ladies, and welcomes her husband home from work with a martini and a steak. What is there to be concerned about? As it turns out, quite a bit. Before we get into the meat of Victory, we must first discuss one of the film's most compelling characters, Margaret, another of the housewives who had an episode. She wandered into the desert around town with her young son and returned alone. She is frequently seen holding her son's red toy plane, a reminder of what she has lost. The creepy company doctor has overmedicated her, and most of the housewives, including Bunny, dismiss her concerns that things are not as they appear. She's being overly dramatic. She has no idea what she is saying back. Worse yet, she murdered her son and abandoned him. Even after Margaret slashes her throat and falls from the roof of her adorable little house, Victory's gossip machine is on her tail. They all agree she was insane, with the exception of Alice. Alice witnessed her sever her neck and fall from the roof. Alice begins to wonder too, what if Margaret is right? What if, for all its rightness, there is something deeply wrong with Victory? Throughout Don't Worry Darling, Alice has episodes, visions, or whatever. She gets smashed up against the glass while cleaning it, the wall behind her pressing her up against it. The image in her mirror appears to lag. She crushes an egg in her palm and discovers no yolk. She hums a song but has no idea where she heard it. And she is deeply suspicious of Frank, the town's cult-like leader, and the man behind the mysterious Victory Project. This is especially true after Frank witnesses Alice and Jack having sex at a party at Frank's house. She begins to prod gently. Some couples share the same story about how they met. Most people have no recollection of their lives prior to moving to Victory. The town's eerie perfection becomes eerier, more openly sinister. Then there's the incident with Alice riding around town on the trolley. She looks out the window and sees a plane crash in the desert outside of town, clearly in distress. She makes the trolley car driver stop and walks out into the endless heat on foot. She eventually arrives at the mountain where the Victory Project is said to be held. She reaches the very top and places her hands on the glass. She witnesses a vision, a location outside of Victory, and another version of herself. She wakes up and is given pills by the quack doctor who tells her it was all a nightmare and she should forget about it. She plays the role of the good little housewife, but she has changed. At dinner, Alice confronts Frank about it. Everyone is shocked, including Frank's icy perfect wife Shelley, and begins leveling the same accusations against Alice that they did against Margaret. She is soon shunned, but Alice is determined to figure out what is going on and hopefully to be liberated from Victory. She tries to flee but is discovered by her adoring husband. Men in Us-style red jumpsuits abduct her. They use electroshock therapy on patients. After that, she returns home. She confronts Jack about their real life, that other place, there. And now for the big reveal about Victory. Alice, it turns out, is a doctor in real life. In present day, it appears to be a large city, and her husband is still Harry Styles. But what exactly is Victory? This is where things get murky. We see Alice on a bed in their apartment, with clamps over her eyes and the Victory world projected into them via lasers. Still, she knows she has to return to the tower in order to be free. She steals Jack's car and drives it across the desert, evading the red jumpsuit security men as well as Jack and his drinking buddies. The car chase is actually quite entertaining, but it's worth asking why, if she can see the code, she doesn't do more with it. Other housewives become enraged as she races towards the tower. Bunny admits to being in the simulation because it reconnects her with the children she lost in the real world before fleeing, while Shelley stabs Frank for his transgressions. She reaches the tower armed with her knowledge of the truth and her determination to live. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.